Riley Keough discusses Daisy Jones and the Six, working hard and winning the camera door on her birthday in an interview. Riley Keough is not the muse, she is the somebody, much like her character Daisy Jones. Through the fictional titular band's journey through the music business and inexplicable breakup at the height of their glory, the Amazon television series Daisy Jones and the Six brought us back to Los Angeles in the 1970s. The program also addresses the topics of addiction and failed and successful relationships. The series, which is an adaptation of Taylor Jenkins Reid's novel and was motivated by Fleetwood Mac and the dissolution of the Civil Wars, not only has outstanding performances by Keough, Sam Claflin, and, despite coming from a well-known family, Riley Keough has more than demonstrated that her talent is real. She made her film debut in The Runaways, a musical biography, and went on to appear in The Good Doctor, Magic Mike, and Mad Max: Fury Road. She appeared in movies including Logan Lucky and The Lodge, and she was nominated for a Golden Globe for her role in The Girlfriend Experience. She most recently appeared in The Terminal List, The Devil Always the Time, and Zola. This summer, the film War Pony, which she co-directed with her friend Gina Gamel, will be seen in theaters. Riley Keough was the subject of my interview. We talked about how Riley learned to sing and play the piano for the role of Daisy Jones, what it's like to have a vinyl album out there, and what it was like to win the camera door for War Pony while filming was still going on. RK, there wasn't really just one thing, but it sounded like a lot of fun. It was like being in Los Angeles in the 1970s and playing a rock star. It's almost like my ideal life. Additionally, it was quite entertaining, and at the moment I felt the urge to do something light and enjoyable. I thought that I wanted to feel joy and fun after doing a lot of difficult, demanding job. Just honestly, it sounds like a pretty exciting and difficult moment. Because I had never performed before, I thought, this is ridiculous. If I can accomplish this, anything is possible. I wasn't a vocalist, thus. RK, the singing procedure was quite difficult. It was incredibly difficult labor that required many months of sitting in music school, primarily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That gave me a lot of satisfaction, I believe, because I enjoy working very hard and setting challenging goals for myself. Actually, it was quite difficult for all of us, especially Sam and I, since we had such little musical background. Because of my family, I've traveled the world, but I've never played the guitar. Although they never recorded me performing any of the songs, or perhaps I didn't have to play any of them, I actually had to learn every single one of them on guitar. But I pretty much understood the entire record. Although I only perform one song in the musical, I pretty much memorized all of Daisy Jones' songs throughout band camp. We practiced the guitar, singing, piano, and band as a family, which is something I had considered but had never intended to do. We practiced the band, the piano, the guitar, and the vocals. The act of recording the album was perhaps the most enjoyable for me because it was something new for me. Even though I had never done any of this before, it was still amazing to watch. Simply put, it was an experience I never anticipated having. I never imagined that I would make a record. Being from a musical family, it was something I had considered but had always assumed I would never do. We got to see how far we had progressed, which made learning to perform live incredibly enjoyable. It was also really draining, demoralizing, and tiring to learn a skill set at the age of 30, which I'm sure a lot of people experience. Because the stakes were a little bit high, we needed to be able to sing if we were going to sing everything by ourselves without any assistants or stunt vocalists. Not only can we sing, but we should also feel like the band's leader or frontman. I thought, we have to be able to really do this and at least perform live for real together. You get what I'm saying? There were times when I would leave a rehearsal and immediately start crying because I couldn't play a song properly, my fingers couldn't physically perform it, it was too difficult, or I didn't comprehend. It was truly very difficult, but very rewarding. I was unable to play anything in the first few minutes of the show. Finally, we were able to perform a complete performance live and sounded respectable. Being forced into this false band and having to go through a year of intensive rehearsing was a truly bizarre experience.